What's up, you guys? Terry here, and I'm just chilling at the house right now. But I was just sitting here thinking about when we first started our company and some of the risks we took. And I was just talking to someone earlier today, and he was just like, "Man, like, I'm afraid to spend like $20 a day on my ads." And I'm just like, "Dude, like, it's your business." But he like works for other people, and I was just mind blown. But this video, I'm literally gonna just be in the house. I'm just gonna, record off of here and just like literally just tell you guys a story and tell you guys kind of like how we started our AI business and why risk is super important. Because if we did not take a risk, which we did, we would not be in the position we are today. Once again, we're gonna start with this. Now, literally, the first thing is that I'm just like a lot of you guys. I worked a normal job. I literally worked at a place called Suitsupply, me and my business partner, Mike. And we saw the opportunity for AI come about like almost 2.5 years ago. And we just knew that this opportunity was going to be crazy. And we wanted to be a part of this opportunity where we can make a lot of money and we can probably change our lives forever as well. And everyone was talking about this opportunity, like everyone, like AI was just like, it was like a popping subject at the time, right? Everyone knows what AI is. Everyone was talking about it. Everyone was like, dude, like you should get into it. And we're just like, man, we have to start this up, right? Very early on, and this is the the terrible part of starting a business is when you're starting a business, especially something that is new like AI, we didn't have any coaches. There was no such thing of any coaching at the time. So we were just trying to figure it out and just piece things together based upon some of the YouTube videos we've seen at the time. There's a lot of guys out there making YouTube videos saying, hey, this is how you make money in AI, right? And at the time, we were like, dude, like, how are there already coaches? Like, this thing just started, right? And one of the hardest things was trying to figure out what to actually sell. We spent majority of our time trying to figure out what to sell. And at the time, we thought just building out bots, right? That's what everyone kept talking about. Say, build a bot. Use this thing called bot press. All of you guys know what bot press is if you're back from like the early eras of AI. But they're like, hey, just use the bot, build a bot, and give it to a company. They're gonna love it. They're gonna buy it, right? And that was not the case. Come on, we're gonna walk together. I just don't feel like sitting down now. All of a sudden, I don't want to sit no more. But that was not the case. The case was you had to figure out a niche within AI in order to scale AI and make a lot of money from it. And that was the kicker for us. No one knew this because online, all you see is people saying, create a bot, I'm going outside. All you see is people say, create a bot and sell it to people, and they're going to spend a whole bunch of money to get you to where you want to be. That was not the case. Once again, we found out that building out an AI agent and having these AI bots like do things like appointment setting, following up, booking, I said booking appointments already, following up, chasing their leads, recruiting, things like that. Anything that has to do with appointment setting or getting them to the appointment is what we found out you had to do. So the confusing part about the AI space that a lot of people were confused at the beginning is everyone thought you had to niche down. And that was one of the things we thought too. And the harsh reality of niching down with AI is that AI can work for anyone. Once you actually could build out the certain thing in AI that you want to do, you can work with anyone. And that was the best part about learning from our company structure is that we had to learn that. But piggyback now, let's go back on to the taking risk part, right? You have to take a risk. When we first started, we took a risk. And one of the biggest risks for us was one, running ads, right? I don't know what it is, but everyone gets afraid to run ads. We were even afraid to run ads. I was terrified to run ads. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I was like, dude, like, what if we run ads and no one buys? No one wants to spend money with us, right? What if that happens? What if? That was like the, everyone says like, man, like, what if that would happen? Like, what if you run ads and, oops, there it goes. Thought I disconnected. What if you run ads and no one buys? What if you spend money and no one gets anything from you? And that was the biggest issue that we were having. We didn't understand if we run ads, you're essentially putting money into your own business so you can make more money. But at the time we started, and we were like, you know what, screw it, let's do it. We don't have that much money. We're working our 9 to 5. I was working at Suitsupply. We were folding clothes, selling suits, all that good stuff. I used to look like a millionaire though. I had this fresh suit on, dude. I was fucking like, ooh. Anyways, but when I was there selling suits, we used to actually sell suits and sell to people that were coming inside of Suitsupply, because we were like, well, you know what? People here need suits, and most people need suits have money. So let's start off with them, and let's actually try to start with these people and get people that have money to buy suits. And that's where we pretty much started. We were like, hey, if we can get people that can actually buy suits, that means that they need to actually do some other stuff, right? But we sold one client, and that was like, okay, this works, you know, people need this. And then the biggest risk was starting the ads. We were doing ads at the time, and the ads were making no money. Like our first month and a half, those ads weren't making shit. We were sitting there like, what the fuck? What are we doing wrong? Why aren't these ads making us any money? We're putting $30 a day in. At the time, that's a lot for us. $30 a day in, $900 a month. What the fuck is going on? What happened next after that was a crazy miracle, right? So one of the other risks we took was I moved to the country Colombia, right? Because at the time, I had a lot of friends who were moving there, and they're like, dude, Colombia is the best, man. Like, you should move here, man. Everything is so nice here. You should come over here, and you could save so much money being here. And I was like, okay, if I could save money, still put money back into the business, and don't have to sacrifice my lifestyle, that is well worth it. I've never been there, but what's the worst that can happen? I get robbed and killed, you know, that's all I heard about at the beginning. And literally I went there, and I can say that was the best thing we could have ever done. So at the time, I went to Colombia, and Mike stayed in Suitsupply working, because the whole entire point was this, is both of our leases were up at the same time. He was like, let me work here at Suitsupply and keep running the ads for you. I had about $3,000 to my name when I first moved over to Colombia, because I was moving out, getting things situated, all this stuff. And he was like, dude, like, move to Colombia. I'm staying here. I'm going to hold the foundation down. I'm going to keep running these ads. And his lease was up too, and he was going from Airbnb to Airbnb. Mind you, you do not find business partners like this anymore. You don't. But he was like, I'm going from place to place or whatever, and I'm going to still run these ads until you close some deals. Once you close some deals, I'm out of here, right? So we were still going, you know, a week strong, and I was in Colombia at the time, and I was like, fuck, we're not getting any sales, man. I was getting discouraged. And instead of quitting, right, this was the biggest turning point for our business. We literally said, let's just pay $50 a day over the weekend and see what happens, right? Instead of doing $30 a day, let's do 50. And we started on Friday, funny enough. And he was like, let's just start up on Friday and just see what happens. Put $50 a day in. And literally that weekend was the biggest changing point of the business. And this is what made Sky Eye what it is today. And we spent $50 a day. And mind you, we closed 3 clients. At the time, we were charging $3,000 up front. That's when, you know, it was $3,000 up front at the time. Well, mind you, before this too, we've literally, well, I've never seen AI decrease in pricing. Everyone just kept making their prices more. So like the crazy part is nowadays people are charging like $10,000 up front because the value of it just keeps increasing. But we basically spent $50 a day and signed up 3 clients for $3,000 over the weekend. That alone was the biggest turning point of business, because we made $9,000 and only spent $150. Yes, I get it. We can say, well, you spent $30 a day here, $900. You spent, you know, 2 weeks of that, whatever the math is, $450 for that. So now you're X amount and this amount, right? But still way more than what we spent. And I was freaking blowing my head off. I was like, holy crap, dude, like we just closed 3 people. We made $9,000. And these guys are all going to pay us at the time $1,000 a month. So we have $3,000 in residual income that's coming in, and that's still more than what we spend on ads. And at that point, I really understood that if we never took that risk, and to this day, I always think about that day, because I will never forget that day. If we never took that risk, we would not be in the position we are today. Sky Eye is a 7-figure business now. We pretty much worked our asses off the scale to the point that we have a really killer cool team. Everyone on our team is amazing, super cool. We have almost about, I could say, 18 people in total on our team now. And we've gotten to the point now where we just really understood that risk is very important, because at the time, if I did not take that risk, we would not be where we're at today. And both of us are living happy. I don't like to flaunt my luxury to people. That's just not my style. I know a lot of these freaking coaches out here, it's like show you their Lamborghini and Rolls Royce or whatever. I don't like to do that. I'm a very minimalistic guy. I'm very chill, as everyone says. But yeah, life changed. And this is the point of this video. Someone's calling. I feel like everyone always calls me when I'm doing videos. Sorry, I told you guys this video is going to be just super raw and organic. But the whole entire point of this is to just tell you guys, take that risk. If you're afraid to take the risk, just do it anyway. Money comes and goes. And I feel like sometimes we don't understand that, is that sometimes when you spend money, you have to understand it was going to come back to you eventually. And sometimes we treat money like this. We have this big scarcity mindset with money, like, oh, I don't want to spend it because if I spend it, I'm going to lose it. And once you let go of that scarcity mindset, you will understand that life is all about risk. And that's how you make a whole bunch of money. And this is just me giving you guys some raw, organic content, kind of like a, what they call those things, vlog. It's kind of like a vlog style type of thing. But yeah, I just want to jump in here, tell you guys about that, and give you guys some motivation to literally take that risk. This is nothing about me selling our coaching. Our group is free. If you guys want to join our free group, it's a school community. Links down below to join our free school community. And we have like a whole bunch of other people trying to learn AI and so forth. But yeah, literally, we still run our company to this day. One of the few that still run our company to this day. And it's all because we took a risk. And that's the main thing I want to show to you guys, is that taking a risk is super important. If you don't take a risk, you don't get where you want to go to. And I'm not the freaking smartest guy on earth. I'm not the freaking like president or something. I'm just like everyone else, but I just took a risk, and that's how we got to the point we're at today. So other than that, appreciate you guys. If you guys watched it here, super appreciate you guys for watching to this point. If you guys want to join a free coaching, a free community, click down below. The link should be there. But I'm very happy to share this with you guys. And other than that, I'm out of here.